Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codenamed Bookkeepers, and welcome back to another SCP document review. And the SCP we'll be reviewing today is SCP-XXXX. Level 2 Restricted, Containment Class Euclid. Disruption Class, Kenneq 3. Risk Class, Warning 3. Special Containment Procedures. The site of SCP-XXXX is secured by a minimum of 5 security personnel. The risk of trespassing has warranted the construction of wire fencing around the vicinity of the SCP. 5 security cameras have been installed and should be monitored consistently by at least one off-site security officer. Entrance to SCP-XXXX is barred and locked, with an automatic alarm triggered if opened. Due to the risks posed by the SCP, exploration and testing is currently suspended. Under no circumstances should unauthorized personnel be allowed entry into SCP-XXXX, including on-site security staff and researchers. Authorization for entry must be granted by Site Director. Description: SCP-XXXX is an underground structure located in Florida, United States. SCP-XXXX consists of a concrete entrance room with an adjacent security office and 19 ellipsoid chambers, partially or entirely submerged in water. The average water temperature has been measured at 21 degrees Celsius or 69.8 degrees Fahrenheit. The chamber walls are constructed from seamless teal-colored fiberglass. The chambers are connected by sloped tubular passageways, forming a descending sequence from the entrance room to the final chamber. Each chamber has a greater volume and water depth than the previous chamber. Chamber 1 has a volume of 83 square meters and a depth of meters, while Chamber 19 has a volume of 18,095 square meters and a depth of meters. All chambers, sans Chamber 19, contain fluorescent lighting fixes and analog security cameras. The cameras are connected to video screens in the security office. Rubber tubes and pumps cycle water between chambers, sustaining the water flow that occurs through the tunnels. These components exhibit no anomalous properties. They can be deactivated and reactivated from the security office. For more information on the mechanical components of SCP-XXXX, refer to Supplementary Document 8616-4A. Other notable layout features of SCP-XXXX. The brightness of the lighting fixtures reduces with each successive chamber. In addition to 18 video screens, the security office contains a distribution board, a circuit breaker, and a landline telephone identified by the phone number 813. Chambers 1 through 9 are horizontally elongated, while chambers 10 through 19 are vertically elongated. In simple terms, the upper chambers are longer, while the lower chambers are taller. The tunnels become more sloped as they progress. Beyond Chamber 12, tunnels are too steep to climb back without tools or assistance. Chamber 19 contains no lighting fixtures or security cameras and is the only chamber entirely filled with water. Variation in tunnel positioning. In Chambers 1 through 9, tunnels are located above the surface of the water. In Chambers 10 through 16, tunnels are partially submerged in water, with continual water flow from upper to lower chambers. In Chambers 17 to 19, the tunnels are located completely underwater at increasing depths. There is no record of the construction of the SCP. The surrounding property was constructed in and abandoned in. The original building did not contain SCP-XXXX. There is writing inscribed on several of the chamber walls within the SCP. The writing appears to have been carved by. See Addendum 2 for a list of inscriptions. For details on the anomalous effects of SCP-XXXX, refer to the following incident report. Incident Report. April 22nd. On April 15th, 7th grade students attending Middle School were sent home with permission slips for a field trip planned for April 22nd. The stated destination was a local indoor water park. Students were asked to bring appropriate swimwear and other amenities for water activities. This field trip had been planned by school faculty since the previous December, having been approved by the principal, PTA, and all 3 7th grade teachers at middle school. However, according to the employees at the water park was never contacted by the school regarding bus parking, tickets for students, or any other preparations for the field trip. 52 students and 10 supervising adults, 3 teachers, 2 bus drivers, and 5 parent chaperones departed from the middle school at 9:20 on April 22nd. Rather than the buses traveled kilometers east to arriving at SCP-XXXX. Students expressed confusion and mild disappointment at the new destination, but the adults were reportedly unsurprised and claimed that SCP-XXXX was always the intended destination. The students were instructed to enter SCP-XXXX alone, whereupon the adults closed and locked and remained outside the premise, conversing casually until a police arrival 115 minutes later. In subsequent interviews, the adults in question have recalled their actions but have been unable to explain or justify them. Upon entering SCP-XXXX, the students no longer reported feelings of confusion or discontent, instead expressing varying degrees of curiosity to explore SCP-XXXX. All students entered the flooded chambers, of whom 28 ventured beyond Chamber 13, and were later unable to escape unaided. When asked why they did not proceed to the later chambers, students reported feeling uneasy about the increasing depth of water. 4 students ventured as far as Chamber 17, while 1 student reached Chamber 19. 2 students with high cognitive resistance values appeared to have been immune to the effects of the SCP, and attempted to dissuade their classmates from exploring the structure. These 2 students ventured as far as Chamber 12 in pursuit of their classmates before returning to the entrance room, entering the security office, and contacting local police. Nearly all of the students were safely recovered from the SCP, though several exhibited irregular breathing and mild symptoms of hypothermia. 1 student drowned in SCP-XXXX. His body was found in Chamber 19 and recovered by police divers alongside the remains of 2 other unidentified individuals. Subsequent interviews with all 61 survivors of the incident indicate that SCP-XXXX exhibited a collective cognitive effect, which caused the events that transpired. The adults who brought the students to the SCP claimed to have no prior knowledge of the location. Class A amnestics were administered to all individuals involved in the incident. The Foundation purchased and secured the property containing the SCP. The death of was fabricated to have been an accidental drowning. The remains of 2 other individuals in Chamber 19 have been identified as female, between the ages of 14 and 19 at the time of death. Based on the rate of decomposition, they had been inside of Chamber 19 for approximately months. These remains were never identified. Damage to the nails of the victim and the walls of Chamber 19 suggest that the victims attempted to. Addendum 1. Subsequent incidents. The following incidents have occurred on the site of SCP-XXXX since Foundation acquisition. June 25th. 5 teenagers trespass on the property in an attempt to enter SCP-XXXX. They are apprehended by on-site security and interrogated at site. The subjects are unable to explain how they knew about the existence of the SCP or why they were compelled to enter it. The subjects were administered Class A amnestics and monitored by Foundation operatives. The subjects never attempted to return to SCP-XXXX. December 8th. A diver employed by the Foundation is declared missing from his residence along with his standard diving gear. His body is found in Chamber 18 of SCP-XXXX. Autopsy suggests the victim experienced nitrogen narcosis before drowning. This incident warranted increased security measures for SCP-XXXX. Additional mental effects have been reported by Foundation operatives and divers working in the SCP, most often taking the form of heightened anxiety and dread, particularly in the lower chambers. Addendum 2. Inscriptions. The following inscriptions have been found carved in several of the fiberglass walls of SCP-XXXX. Redacted. 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 There are 20. And that is it. Another concerning SCP. I do not know what is in the 20th chamber, nor do I wish to find out. Thank you all so much for listening or watching. My name is Agent Paul of MTF Delta 7, and I'll see you next week with another document review. Bye.